9 computers? Okay, we have a problem. I have a problem. It's a fixable problem. Most problems are fixable. This is a fixable problem. I mentioned this problem in my last video called my last build video because I can't build anymore. I just have run out of room. And it's really depressing having computers that just sit here collecting dust. I realized that the smart thing to do would be to not do this video hunched over or kneeling. I realized the smart thing would be to sell these computers. However, I am very afraid of Craigslist, and really that's the only way to sell computers because you can't really ship these. I mean, these are heavy. Most of these have tempered glass and they're extremely heavy and very not friendly for shipping. So I can't really do that. I can't really do them for giveaways for the exact same reason, for shipping. And I'm left with very, very few options other than just letting them sit here. One of the options that I'm probably going to do is to just take out the important things and sell them on either eBay or maybe even my own site. If any of you guys are interested in any of these parts, then maybe I will sell them at a slight discount. I spent money on all of them, so I'm trying to recoup some of the money I invested in these items the past year. Obviously the things like the cases that I got for free, I'm not gonna be selling those. That would be very, very wrong. And I think a few of the things I may do a giveaway. And I totally realize, I totally get that this is a first world problem, trust me. It also tells me that I need to stop spending money on computer parts. I thought it would be a good investment into the channel to buy these computer parts and didn't really think too far past that. So now I'm left with all of these computer parts and I need to figure out what to do with them. I lied, this is not a computer, this is just a case. So we only have 8 computers. Now, one other thing to note, this doesn't really count. This computer I've had for a very long time. Actually, I've had this PC case since 2005, and this will never be sold. This is my Landboy from Antec, and this has actually been all over the country with me and has a lot of sentimental value. So this will not be sold. This is just a kind of a crappy Roswell case. I'm probably gonna keep this one because it has a Blu-ray burner and I don't feel like moving that into another computer. This is fully built. This one is partially built. This one is built. This is partially built. This is my water-cooled PC, and then we have our BitPhoenix build that we just did. Look, she got a poo for Christmas. This was poo last year for Christmas, but she got an upgrade. Yours? Let's pick this angle. Well, now my head is cut off. This video is going to actually have nothing to do with this stuff. So I have a processor here. I don't know what this is. I thought this was an i5, but I think that I can't be. I would not recommend just rubbing thermal paste off with your fingers. What the heck? This is the i3-7350K. I thought I gave away an i3-7350K. Maybe I only did a motherboard and Ryzen giveaway. Anyway, this I should definitely give away. Well, I don't even know if anybody wants this. Would anybody want an i3-7350K? That processor kinda got pooed on by Ryzen. Well, this is an AM4 motherboard, but no Ryzen. Must be in here. Okay, so the Ryzen 5 must be in here. I think I gave away the Ryzen 3. And this is such a nice motherboard too. This is that white and silvery motherboard. Oh, so pretty. That's the problem. I don't want to give away any of the motherboards. I want to keep the motherboards, which makes no sense, but I would love like just a shelf of motherboards. I actually sometimes go on eBay and look for really cheap broken motherboards because I don't want them to actually work. I just want them for like decoration. Is that weird? Whoa. Well, aside from trying to figure out what to do with these gosh darn computers, I wanted to bring up another change that is happening, and it's really not that big of a change, and you may or may not notice anything. In fact, I honestly don't know what's going to happen. This past year has been a time of reflection, and the channel has been kind of helpful in my life to try to figure out what I want to do. And even though I'm kind of already down that path, in fact, I can stay down that path where I am and be perfectly fine. I have a fabulous job in IT. I work for a wonderful company. However, sometimes being cushy isn't always the best. And so I've been trying to explore other options. I know a couple months ago, I was talking about taking the Security Plus exam, and then I never really got around to it because other things in life took over. And I'm still kind of at an impasse of security, and if that's the direction I want to go. The reason why I don't think that is the direction I want to go is mostly because I see our security department and it's a very stressful department. I mean, my job is stressful enough. I don't think I would want added stress. And unfortunately, there's just so many companies getting breached and so many terrible things happening with user data and privacy. I don't know if that's a field I want to be a part of. I don't know. I'm very hot and cold on it. One side of me thinks it's awesome that it's always changing and always on the edge and keeps you on your toes. And another me is a little hesitant in that, that's the one side of where I could possibly take my career if I wanted to. Obviously, there are many other sides too, you know. I can stay in IT and go for a more specialized area like networking or, like I said, security, or maybe something different. Right now, if you guys don't know, if you haven't watched my older videos, I am kind of like an applications developer. I work with a product called SCCM, which is with Microsoft. So I control all of our images, our patching, our application deployments for our whole firm. And it is a large firm, so I get to experiment and do a lot of fun things, but it's kind of limiting. You reach a point where you've kind of done it, and other than seeing other environments, that's kind of it for growth. So the other side of the coin that I've been really exploring is kind of the YouTube side, not working or not going full-time YouTube. No, the YouTube side as in what I've been doing here on YouTube with hardware. You guys know I absolutely love hardware. I love talking about hardware, of course, because that's pretty much all I've been doing lately, and specifically things like motherboards. And a couple months ago, I actually had a dream about creating a motherboard completely of glass, or the PCB just being clear. Upon doing further research into how to do such a thing, it occurred to me that I know absolutely nothing about the inner workings of computers. I've purchased books that I've showed on this channel, and they're way over my head. I don't have any electrical engineering background. I haven't taken a math class since high school because somehow I was exempt from all of my math in college, and coding is not my forte, of course, so the whole world of the inner workings of the computer are just like, it's a whole different world. So what I'm getting at with this is that I have decided that I may possibly go back to school, which is crazy. And the thought of going back to school is incredibly daunting and very, very scary. But I got very lucky in that I don't want to go get another undergrad. My undergrad is in business, which is unfortunate because it is kind of worthless if you don't want to stick with business, and I don't. I've always kind of thought about going to grad school and getting my master's, and with a business degree, obviously your general progression would be to get your MBA. And I have always thought that I would just go get my MBA. However, upon reflection of my undergrad studies, it's occurred to me that I really did not like doing business as my undergrad. And I don't remember a thing other than my fun, more liberal arts classes and my science classes. And like I said, I didn't do any math, so none of that. And my computer classes. And I don't know why at the time I didn't change majors. I pretty much just wanted out of college, and so I got my degree in business and left. Well, here I am today. I don't want to get my MBA. I do want to go back and learn about computers. So I've been considering doing computer engineering. The dilemma with that is obviously I don't want to go back and get my bachelor's degree. Again, I don't want a second bachelor's, that's crazy. So I would want to get my master's in computer engineering. However, you cannot go from a business degree to a science degree like that. You just don't have the necessary requirements. You don't have the prerequisites. You don't have the knowledge to go from that type of undergrad to any type of pretty much STEM degree, and that's what I would want to do. And so when this occurred to me, I thought I was at a loss. However, I kept searching, and I came across a school that offers a program for people like myself that have a degree in a non-science area that want to get into like computer science, computer engineering, what other things, cybersecurity, those areas. And that school is Boston University. So I looked into it, and you have to move to Boston, and it's on campus, and obviously that was not going to work for me since I live in Los Angeles and I have no plans on moving. So I continued searching because I was not ready to give up, and I just knew there was an answer for me out there. And alas, I found it. I don't even know how this happened. I can't believe this exists, but I found exactly what I'm looking for. It's online. It's called a bridge program that teaches you everything you need to know in order to fulfill the requirements needed to apply for grad school in, say, cyber security, computer engineering, computer science, and there was a fourth one. So yes, I found it. It's like the Holy Grail. I can't believe this even exists. I think it's actually a new program. They started it last year. The school is NYU. It is online, so I can take the classes from here in LA. And I got so lucky because the deadline for winter registration, which starts in January, was the beginning of November. I discovered this class in the middle of November, but I was like, oh, let me just apply anyway. You never know. So I sent my transcripts from my undergrad. I sent my resume. I had to write an essay and fill out an application. Thankfully, no letters of recommendation, no test scores, anything like that. So sent that all in. And then a couple weeks later, I actually got accepted. So super exciting. So I start January 7th. The class is $1,500, which yes, is kind of high, but it's gonna teach me pretty much everything like of an undergrad. It's computer science, so that is the focus. It's a computer science bridge course, but from there I can apply for computer engineering, which is what I would do. And thankfully the computer engineering grad school is also online with NYU. So the only thing that's incredibly important is that in order for this course to count and fulfill all of those requirements needed as if you were a computer science undergrad, is you have to get a B+ or higher in the course, which I don't think is going to be too hard. However, they do recommend things like having an intro to Python class under your belt. I don't have that. Having knowledge of discrete math. I don't have that. I've watched a few videos and oh my goodness, okay. And college algebra, which, as I already said, I've never taken a math class outside of high school. So yeah, so 3 areas that I know nothing about are kind of like what they recommended before starting this class. So I'm going in kind of blind. I've been trying to take some Coursera classes on Python and discrete math and do a little bit reading there, but January 7th is going to be the tell-all to see how this goes. It is I believe it's a 23-week course. They do have an expedited 15-week course, but the course load was like 30 to 40 hours a week of work, and I don't have that time since I work full-time. So the 23-week course, which is a slower pace, is about 10 to 20 hours of coursework each week, which seems more manageable. However, I always complain about not having enough time, and here I am putting some more on my load. I feel like if this course sucks and I decide that I definitely did not go in the right direction, then it's $1,500, that's fine, but I will have learned Python and programming and hardware things and a bunch of other things that I wouldn't have learned anyway. And that's actually a really good price to learn all of these things as if you were an undergrad computer science major. I'm not too excited about the prices of NYU or having school debt. That sounds terrible, but we'll see. I have to get in first because during this course, I also have to take my GRE and then do the whole application for grad school, do the letters of recommendation, write the essay, the GRE scores, my transcripts, and then I have to get a B+ or higher in this class. So a lot going on, a lot to start studying for, and I am a terrible procrastinator and terrible studier. I never studied for exams, SATs, ACTs. I'm just a terrible studier. I just have focus problems. It's definitely going to be a little trying, and that is why I want to talk about the changes that are coming to the channel, because I have no idea what my days are going to look like, if this is going to take a lot of time out from my week, or maybe it's not, or maybe you guys want to follow along and maybe I will talk about it some here because maybe it's something you guys would be interested in, and I don't think any, if at all, there are videos on the bridge course with NYU. So that might be kind of interesting, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. I kind of got distracted. I thought I was going to take these computers apart, but I honestly don't know what I'm going to do with them. I know some people are like, why don't you just teach yourself these things? There are books, and I'm not that disciplined, unfortunately, as much as I would love to be. I just have too many hobbies and too many things that I love to just sit down and teach myself everything for computer engineering. And we'll see how this bridge course goes. It's actually good to have this bridge course before applying to grad school, because then we'll kind of get a feel of what it's like to take classes online, and if I even like it. I might hate it. I've never even taken classes online, so we'll see. Anyway, so my point in saying all this is just that things are going to change. I probably could have gone away with not saying anything, but I like to be upfront with you guys and kind of tell you what to expect, because the last thing I want is for somebody to subscribe to the channel and then be like, well, this is not what I expected. Well, I don't really want you to have any expectations at this point, because I don't even know what's gonna happen. I don't know what kind of videos I want to put out. I know what videos I'm working on right now, and I'll tell you that none of them include any specific products. I don't know why I'm being so hateful to products right now. I'm not. I'm very, very grateful to all the companies that reached out to me over the past year to check out their products. It's just, I was the one who screwed up and did them wrong and messed it up for myself. So I'm going to be the one to fix it. We're gonna get back to adding some bling to things too, because that's definitely something I missed. And I feel like that is a very important part of this channel. I forgot I even had this power supply. Looks very concerned. Ultimately, my point in this whole video was just to bear with me during this transition period, especially in the beginning of January. I know you guys have really been fabulous about me posting videos because it's been all over the place. May, I posted a video every single day. And then ever since then, it's been all over the place, sporadic, and it's probably gonna continue to be like that. One of the best things I saw on YouTube once was somebody commenting on another person's video. The person was apologizing for not posting as often as they had said they would, and the commenter was like, it doesn't matter when you post. We're going to watch when you post. And I was like, well, there we go. I know that the people that I follow and subscribe to their channels, I have no idea when they're going to post, and I don't care. If they show up in my sub box, I watch it. So here's the no regular schedules, here's the not knowing what we're gonna be doing, and here's to no specific topics. Here, 2018, here we come. If you're not already subscribed to me on social media, do so. My Twitter and Instagram links are in the description box below. And you can see Sassy every once in a while because she's usually much more lively than this, but I think she's just watching herself on camera. Thanks for watching, bye-bye.